Hey everybody, I am David, and today we got some really terrible news. Henry Cavill is apparently out as Superman. According to Warner Brothers, they don't want him anymore, or they're making it seem like they don't want him anymore. They have no plans for no Superman movies in the near future. It might be a long while until we get another Superman movie. Look, as a Superman fan, I'm very disappointed to hear this news. I'm with all the fans that are rioting on Twitter, or social media for that matter, saying that this news sucks. It really does. And Henry Cavill is a great Superman, as far as I'm concerned. I loved Man of Steel. I think it's definitely one of my all-time favorite, not just superhero movies. I'm going to admit that. Maybe it's the high of me being a Superman fan. Superman and Batman are neck and neck together as my favorite Superman and Batman. I really liked Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. A lot of people hated it, or a lot of people were mixed on it. I shouldn't say hated it. Some people hated it, some people loved it. I was the part of the group that really liked it. I even really enjoyed the Ultimate Cut. Justice League was a big disappointment, but I do not blame the actors for that movie. I blame Warner Brothers and the directors. It was a mixed result of too many cooks in the kitchen. So that's what I have to say on that. Henry Cavill was not the problem in any of those movies. I think even most people that were disappointed with Man of Steel or Batman v Superman or Justice League admit that Henry Cavill was not the problem. If anything, he was probably one of the things that was getting people on board. Okay, I'll give this another shot for another movie. Just get the right director involved and the right writers. Get the right team involved. This cinematic universe that WB is trying to do, you know, every time I hear more about their cinematic universe, I get more and more frustrated because I see that they're not focusing on their key characters that they should be establishing right now. One of the things that got me frustrated about that was the Suicide Squad movie. Why have a Suicide Squad movie? Yeah, okay, they're a cool team, but that shouldn't be a team that you should be focusing on right now. You should be giving that slot to maybe the Flash movie or the Aquaman movie or the Cyborg movie if you really want to. If you're really pushing for more diversity, maybe that should have went to the Cyborg movie. Those are the characters that should be getting the most attention right now to try to fix this Justice League problem. Fans do want a Justice League movie. They just didn't want the one that you gave us. They wanted something more. They wanted something special. That felt like nobody gave a crap what was being done in that movie. And according to a lot of reports, it sounds like that might have been the case. And with Henry Cavill leaving, you know, we've heard Ben Affleck wants to get out on and off again, and it looks like, you know, you're going to lose your Batman and your Superman. So that's just making this look even worse on Warner Brothers. I love Warner Brothers as a studio. I think they've made some terrific movies throughout the years. You know, I was born in 1983. I've seen plenty of great movies from Warner Brothers. Action movies, sci-fi movies, fantasy movies, movies based off true stories, just plain good action films. Like The Fugitive was a Warner Brothers movie, I believe. You know, Space Jam, one of my favorite childhood films. The Harry Potter franchise, the original Superman movie, the original Batman movie, the Dark Knight trilogy. I mean, you could go on and on with all the films that Warner Brothers has produced. But for this DC universe, they've been a mixed bag for me, really. The three that I mentioned plus Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, I have a feeling, was a fluke. I feel like they just let Patty Jenkins do her thing, and she was lucky enough to succeed. But remember, even she had a little bit of trouble. They wanted to take the no man's land scene out of there. Why is it so hard to make a Man of Steel 2? I have no idea. And it's frustrating that they rather focus their attention on a Supergirl movie. Okay, and even if you do a Supergirl movie, where's Superman in all of that? She's connected to Superman. You're going to need Superman to help integrate her, to help connect her, to get her started. You don't want to have another Helen Slater Supergirl type movie where she just randomly comes to Earth and you have a throwaway line that says, well, Superman went to another universe to help out over there. So in the meantime, Supergirl is taking care of everything herself. You're already getting ready for your whatever films you have now to bomb. And now there's this rumor going around that Michael B. Jordan might be playing Superman next. So it sounds like they're already preparing maybe to reboot their universe, which frustrates me even more. Because it's like, you can fix this. You're not too far off where you can't fix this. You can get people excited for another Justice League movie if you do it right. And the problem is we're hearing, okay, Shazam, Aquaman makes sense. Unless they know something about Aquaman and Shazam and they're saying, you know what, maybe these movies aren't turning out that great. Maybe we do need another reboot again. And then there's Wonder Woman 1984, which also comes out next year after Shazam. We haven't heard much drama on that yet, except some people who saw some footage at San Diego Comic-Con said it wasn't that great. But then again, they said it's only a little bit of footage, that they couldn't really judge the whole movie as a whole due to that. So I don't know. I haven't seen the footage, so I can't say. But yeah, it is frustrating hearing Warner Brothers all the time. And it's even more of a headache with Henry Cavill, because we all do. If you look at Twitter right now and social media, it really is a big backlash. I think even louder than it was when we heard Ben Affleck might be stepping down. I have Henry Cavill and the Superman are still trending on Twitter. People are still talking about this. People are still reacting to this. I've heard a couple of other conversations from other podcasts who agree, like, Warner Brothers is messed up right now. They have no direction. Like Marvel, that has a showrunner involved, Kevin Feige, who's running the ship and calling the shots. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. This news disappoints me as a fan of DC, as a fan of these characters. Yeah, of course, I have the DC TV shows to look forward to. You know, I'm looking forward to the Arrowverse as usual. Some seasons might be hits, some might be misses, but at least there's some direction there, you know? Same thing with Gotham. Gotham is coming to an end. Krypton is great, and I'm loving both of them. So I think the television side of DC know what they're doing. The movie side has no clue. I think they're just throwing stuff on the wall, seeing what sticks, and it sucks. Because I know they're capable of more than that if they just had one creative vision calling the shots like they do at Marvel. With that being said, guys, I want you to chime in and tell me your thoughts on all this. Do you think WB is making a big mistake by dropping Henry Cavill and, you know, along with Ben Affleck, I guess, as Superman? Or do you think they're making the right decision? Do you think they should just reboot entirely and maybe this Michael B. Jordan choice is a better idea? I don't think so, because I think Michael B. Jordan is not the greatest fit for Superman, and it has nothing to do with the race. It's more to do with the kind of characters he usually portrays. I see Michael B. Jordan as more of a badass character, and that's not to say Superman can't be badass, but I see Superman more as a Captain America type figure and a Boy Scout. I don't know if Michael B. Jordan could pull off that Boy Scout role, or if I want to see him in that role, I'd rather see him in a different type of role. You know, it's kind of sad when Captain America can have already a great trilogy of films, specifically The Winter Soldier and Civil War, and somehow Warner Brothers and DC are still struggling to figure out a Superman movie. Just look at what they did with Captain America. They're essentially the same characters, just with different abilities. I don't know. It's frustrating. So comment below. Tell me your thoughts. I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, especially if you're a huge fan of Marvel or DC. I'm a fan of both. And I'm a fan of Henry Cavill. Hopefully this new TV series that Netflix picked up will do great for him. I'm planning on checking it out. Henry Cavill is an awesome actor, and I think he deserves better than what DC is obviously giving him. So with that being said, until next time, everybody, take care.